as top priority, and therefore has adopted the policy thrust of restoring the pride of Lagos. Basically speaking, the Ministry of Environment is committed to the attainment of a cleaner environment and quality public health through implementation of community-based solid waste management, flood control, vegetal control, a nice standard of some personal hygiene, sanitation, beautification, industrial waste pollution projects. In doing this, we have developed strategic framework, among which are the following: inculcation of a private sector participation in collection, disposal of solid waste, as well as management of landfills. Secondly, the establishment of phased implementation strategy for the drainage network in line with the recommendations in the Greater Lagos Drainage Master Plan. Thirdly, the establishment of phased controllable implementation strategy for sewage and septic systems. Fourthly, proper monitoring of industrial pollution, both in the air and water, from over 1,000 manufacturing industries. Improvement of sanitation and environment ethics of the citizenry towards the eradication of environmental degradation. Monitoring of environmental related activities for enforcement of the law and due compliance by the populace. Control of practice of adult advertising in line with environmental laws. Waste management. You will recall that the session of the second term of this government, the existing PSC waste management arrangement proved to be grossly inadequate and ineffective for the collection and disposal of waste generated daily in the state. Being a responsive government, and as we promised in several press conferences we had held in this hall, we set out to review the PSC waste management program by inviting bids from competent mega waste companies, which required technical and financial capabilities. Subsequently, 17 mega waste management companies were selected and appointed to collect and dispose refuse from 24 local government areas under the first phase of the program, which is our pilot scheme. The second phase of the program will be introduced to cover the remaining 37 local government areas, presently not covered by the first phase. In addition, a billing company was also appointed to generate and distribute refuse service charge bills. Under the program, residents are expected to pay the service charge directly into dedicated accounts in any of the 26 accredited banks. This novel arrangement has considerably solved the problem of waste management and has proven intractable over the years. The visible effects of the program have been saluted by both residents and visitors to the city. And I'm very sure that people must have noticed a lot of improvements in our highways now, as well as several areas, particularly in Ikeja, Mushin, Ikosi, Ketu, and several other places where we have started this program. And that goes to show that this is the way forward. Presently, we have also moved from the previously 17 appointed mega operators. I think we have about 48 mega operators now. Because when we started, we thought about 17, at least one operator will suffice for a local government. But we have since discovered that perhaps a local government might be too large for a particular operator. So as we moved along, we started breaking down some of the local governments into units. And you might discover that today, that in a local government, you might have about 6 operators operating there. This is in responding to people's demand, as well as to ensure effectiveness. To support the program and consolidate the gains so far made, the ministry has embarked on the comprehensive rehabilitation of the 3 dump sites, the Olushoso, Abule Egba, and Solo, transforming them to sanitary landfill sites with all the necessary infrastructure, such as all-weather roads, illumination, installation of weighbridge, additional tipping fingers, etc., all in a bid to ensure better landfill practices. The carriers of illegal dumps, especially at Yaba, Okwebiola the bridge, marine instability plant, Obalede roundabout, with a view to enhance the aesthetic of the environment and abate the indiscriminate dumping of refuse. And I'm sure you must have also noticed a lot of improvement in Yaba. Yaba was a tragedy until some few months ago. We had a mountain of refuse by the Presbyterian Church. But if you go there now, it's a clean place now. Similarly, if you go to Marini at Noshoji, previously the refuse was almost taking over the highway, but today, when you are driving along the road, you don't even see any form of refuse along the place anymore. Identification of two sites for the construction of additional landfill facilities to ease the pressure on the existing ones. The sites are to be located along the Lekki and Badagry axis. Similarly, transfer loading stations are also being considered for construction. That is, we are also looking towards establishing at least 2 additional landfills in Lagos. One towards Ekpe and another one towards Badagry. This will also ease refuse collection. By the time we finish with that, those who live in Lagos Island, as well as Victoria Island and Ikoyi, they won't have to come to Ikeja to come and dump refuse. They can as well go towards Ajah side and do that. Similarly, construction of 30 numbers of refuse houses in areas not easily accessible, where residents will initially dump their waste before being carted away by the PSC operators. You must have noticed now that some refuse houses are already springing up. If you go to Lagos Island now, about 3, we are trying to build about 3 refuse houses along the TFAO area and the Buteo side to take care of the refuse there. At the moment, we have completed the ones at Ikmoriola Leye, Papadima Shaun, Ebutero, Ikosiketu, Awolowo Market, and Oshodi. We are also restructuring the highway sanitation activities through the introduction of waste and litter bins on major highways by putting new structures in place. The Waste to Wealth program is a long-time solution to the problem of waste disposal in the state. And this includes the following. The setting up of waste compost fertilizer program being handled by the Art Care Company Limited, already in Ikodu. Work is in progress. Those who are interested in the activities of Art Care, you can go to Ikodu now. They are already on ground and they are putting infrastructure in place. So sooner or later we will start producing fertilizer from our waste. There's also the waste compost energy production being handled by the Atlantic Waste Management, that is along Badagry. Then we have started the pilot scheme on recycling of nylon sachets, that is pure water sachets, to commence within the next 2 months. The healthcare project. This is one of the areas where the state hopes to tackle the issue of use of our organic waste to produce fertilizer and other forms of energy, like gas, heat, and electricity. Furthermore, the government has also directed that the continuous maintenance and capital dredging works must begin immediately and carried out throughout the year on the daily channels previously worked upon last year in areas such as Dolphin Estate, Itiri Canal, Bagada, Onishigida Nikorodu, Aboru, Inola Alimosho, Lut Daniel Itire, Isolo Road, Ladipo, Iponri, Ketu Alapere, to ensure a flood-free season by removing accumulated silts and debris. Similarly, work is to begin on the 26 kilometers Animal Channel in Surulere, Odile Ewura in Ajegunle, Ketu Alapere, Shomolu in Phase 2, and Amodu Bello Way in Victoria Island. In line with the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration's drive to provide support to the generality of the populace, following the success of the effort in various local governments, 21 primary channels will be dredged this year. 4 new ones will be constructed and 18 will be rehabilitated. This includes the railway compound, Olaleye Street, Okoba, Shingu, Basalima Shaun, Odoyalaro, Bale Okoya in Ajegunle, Alabaira in Ojo, Ajibade in Ogudu, Ojoni in Western Avenue, Ilaje, Auto Igbo, Ayeki Achako, not Akako, Ikosi GRA Collector, Lekki Peninsula, Festa Town Drain, Tolu Aluko, and then Amuto in Lagos Island, and Ajini Jajile.
The state government is embarking on the preparation of the soft regional plan for Lagos West, an area which has been subjected to serious environmental degradation and planlessness. The Lagos West Development Scheme is therefore to be prepared by a interministerial special Technical Committee with the following major objectives. One, to address and provide solutions to the serious ecological problems, including land conservation and control of valley erosion. Two, to properly integrate the sub-region into the Greater Lagos through measures that ease the chaotic traffic situation between Mile 2 and Okokomaiko, and to embark on road improvement projects. 3. To salvage the committed government land, particularly the creation of essential services blocks and secure land for the various public uses. 4. To ensure that proliferation of certain uses are curtailed in the sub-region. And 5. To provide realistic measures and strategies for rapid transformation of the sub-region for sustainable growth. To this end, the Ministry has put emphasis on approval for petrol filling stations along within the Lagos West sub-region. What we discovered was that there's been intense request for change of use for development of petrol filling stations, which we feel is not in line with the general development plan for the Lagos West sub-region. As part of the achievement of the ministry, we have concluded the review of the Lagos regional plan, which was for 1980 to 2000, and we are ready to make presentations and through seminars and workshops to the general public, and this we intend to hold in May this year. The seminar and workshop will provide the basis for the preparation for the Lagos State Megacity Plan, which will take the state forward to the year 2025. We are all aware of the objective of the pressure on the state as a megacity as we begin to look at the population of 25 million people living in this state of ours. In addition, I mentioned earlier that the Ntda Model City Plan has been completed, and we will also be making a presentation to the public so that they can be fully aware of what we mean by the Model City Plan for Ntda. The ministry shall also provide the legal and technical framework for the successful implementation of the Model City Plan. The State Executive Council has already approved the setting up of the Model City Development Authority, which will be a private sector-driven agency for the implementation of the Model City Plan. The Ministry Department of Urban Development is in consideration for the imperative of addressing the megacity status of Lagos, has been working earnestly to produce the urban development policy for Lagos. The policy will have the objective of categorizing the urban centers in Lagos State according to their spatial distribution, specification, population, and function. The relocation plan for Okobaba sawmill and storage units, due to the environmental degradation at the present location within the city limits, will continue in earnest. With about 90 hectares of land at Ejeri, the proposed sawmill will be ultra-modern, while incentives such as affordable housing, improve water supply, and other supporting infrastructures and conveniences will be provided for the new sawmill area. Today, over 60 million has been expended in this process, and further 100 million has been approved by the state government to make this realizable. Government is encouraged by the massive support and cooperation of the sawmillers and the community of agents in realizing this objective. Similarly, a 200 hectares of land has been earmarked for the Ikorodu Regional Food Market, which will be at Odokion in the Ikorodu Industrial Estate. This will help to resolve and reduce the pressure on the K2 market. This will be a regional market that will take care of both livestock and food commodities as they enter Lagos. Also, 46 hectares of land has been designated for the auto vehicle dealers at Mowo in Badagry, and work is in progress to relocate all the auto dealers that are within the setbacks of roads and areas of residential development to move to this beautiful development that the state has proposed. In addition, various job creation centers have been designated, and work is going on with various interministerial committees for the car wash, mechanic villages, auto repair, car repair centers, and block making centers, and furniture, metal furniture, and informal centers within the state. The ministry has also been involved in the revitalization of the Lagos Central Business District. The revitalization of Lagos Central Business District has kicked off with the award of the project to Mr. Julius Biden. The objective is for the resuscitation and the restoration of the glory and the grandeur of this prime business location of Lagos. The major features of the revitalization project are as follows: development of multi-level car park in strategic locations within the island to help remove on-street parking. Reorganization of the existing traffic arrangement to ease ingress and exit within the business district. The relocation of the bus terminals to a more convenient location. The relocation of street traders within to allow for pedestrian walkway on Broad Street and certain corridors of Lagos Island. The complete rehabilitation of 15 roads on the Lagos Island, and the beautification and improvement and rehabilitation of the Tinubu Square and the Eyo Cenote. To crown this major development, the city of Lagos is working with some international developers on the development of the Marina City, which will also comprise of hotel development, multi-level car park, and shopping facilities for the Marina corridor. The car park will be about 7,000 spaces, which will also help to improve the Lagos Central Business District.
The Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs and the local governments have been working assiduously together in order to ensure the implementation of all the above dividends of democracy for the benefit of the people at the grassroots. I must say that against all odds and obstacles, we have been able to make modest achievements and we have continued to excel in the areas that I would dilate on during the course of this briefing. Take-off of new local government. The ministry ensured the smooth handing over of the affairs of the local government by the executive secretaries through the heads of personnel management to the newly elected chairmen and councillors. Similarly, each of the local government was encouraged to rehabilitate abandoned structures or construct new offices to serve as its new secretariat. The ministry actively participated in the Interministerial Committee on Local Government Reform set up by His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State to improve the quality of service rendered at the local government level. Market administration. In pursuance of our statutory responsibilities and functions, the Office of the Registrar of Markets carried out the following functions during the period under review. 1. The section continues to maintain peace and harmony among market associations in the state through series of consultations and meetings with market leaders and associations in order to prevent breakdown of law and order and to maintain that relationship amongst them. And reporting. The ministry remains optimistic to successfully implement its planned programs and discharge its ministerial responsibilities based on the following resources and factors. The resolve and commitment of the present administration to ensure good governance and involvement of the grassroots for the overall improvement of society at large. I wish to specially commend the Governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his unrelenting support and determination in ensuring the survival of democracy in the state and in Nigeria, and also the growth of modern and vibrant local government systems in the state. We are highly appreciative of the efforts aimed at ensuring the continued existence of local government in the state through adequate financial and moral support, which has considerably mitigated the effect of the withheld allocation to local government and federal government.
The state government is resolved to carry out the wholesome reorganization of the transportation system and introduce some policy initiatives to correct many anomalies that exist in the system while implementing the existing policies and programs. To achieve the desired result, we have new programs that are being introduced to cover areas that hitherto have never been covered. In fact, if you like, you can call them, we have new products, as is usually put in the banking sector. First and foremost of this new policy initiative is the introduction of motor vehicle and motor spare parts license. The present administration is determination to regulate and curb the continued degradation of the environment and equally enhance the security of vehicles within the state as promulgated, that word should not be promulgated, it's enacted, because promulgated is usually a military language for a decree. Enacted a law to regulate the sale of motor vehicles and motor spare parts and limit it to designated and approved areas only. The law, which is cited as Motor Vehicle and Motor Vehicle Spare Parts Dealers Law, Part 20 of 2004, is to, among other things, curb the excesses of motor vehicle dealers who have formed the habit of converting the pedestrian walkways, the road centers, and curbs into automats and spare part shops, thereby reducing the carrying ability of the road. In addition, this law is meant to curtail the sale of stolen vehicles, as all persons intending to sell or purchase vehicles must do so henceforth through registered car dealers, who will be held responsible in the event that the transport vehicle is found to be stolen. This law will equally stop the indiscriminate sighting of spare part shops in areas not designated as commercial or industrial areas, thereby ridding the environment of the nuisance, a good number of them of course to the environment. The new regulation will equally provide safe and secured environment for all stakeholders in the motor vehicle and motor vehicle spare part dealers in the state, and discourage the discharge of effluent which generate in the process of working the vehicles. And of course, you must have seen this, particularly if you are conversant with a person, for example, you find the motor spare part shop there where they wash their vehicle onto the street and thereby degrade that road and destroy it. And that is obtainable in a lot of other areas, including Papa to the expressway. Also, the law is intended to reduce the road carnage resulting from the sale of fake spare parts, as such registered dealers withdrawal of their license and subsequent prosecution. The most important reason, therefore, being the enhancement of the status equally of the motor vehicle as well as motor spare part dealers. Henceforth, sale of vehicles, whether second hand or new, has to be done through registered and authorized dealer. In other words, it's now a profession and it's still recognized. So you cannot just wake up one morning and start importing to Cuba and put it in front of your house and start selling it. Such unorganized system we now denounce, and we believe strongly that even if you have to sell your second vehicle or your second hand vehicle, the property that is done in developed world is to take it to a registered dealer who will do it on the behalf. And that equally we believe we enhance the status of those that deal in the sale of motor vehicle and equally motor vehicle spare parts. Now, apart from this, we have equally introduced the rider card for motorcycles. In furtherance of the Lagos State government effort to stabilize the operation of motorcycles in the state, the government has concluded all necessary arrangements for the introduction of rider cards for motorcycles in the state. The essence of this is one, to enhance the competence of motorcyclists, two, to ensure the safety of riders and passengers, three, to regulate the activities of motorcycle riders, and four, to discourage the use of motorcycles for violent crime, including armed robbery. At the core of administration policy on the provision of road infrastructure is the need not only to provide safety measures, but also to enhance the quality of such roads. As part of effort aimed at achieving this and ensuring sanity of our roads, the ministry has continued to pursue the course of providing road infrastructure so that median barriers, bus lay-by, CPG, road stop, traffic signal lights, junction improvement work, road trees and roundabouts, signage and road markings. We are about to either pursue the rehabilitation of the road infrastructure where they have long been abandoned, or provide them where none are needed to a system. All of these were designed to enhance the free flow of traffic in the face of the ever-expanding and increasing volume of vehicular movement in the metropolis. On the construction of laybys, a common characteristic of the road culture in Lagos State has been the indiscriminate stoppage by commercial bus drivers to allow passengers to board for the circular from their buses. The ministry has therefore intensified its effort at position of laybys along major roads to allow access for commercial buses to do this without impeding the free flow of traffic. Laybys were provided in the following area in the last 1 year: at Green Bus Stop in Ikorodu, Iju Ichaga Garage, Olokunla Bus Stop along Epe, Axis, and Awuyaya equally. In the same way, the ministry has proposed the construction of labour at the existing bus stops that provide access for the commuter buses whose indiscriminate stoppages cause avoidable traffic signal along the Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, thereby doing incalculable damage to the image of the country. The provision of labour along this road is related to the capable of ensuring free flow of traffic on this international road. 13 other areas will also be provided with labour this year, and construction can commence very soon. Construction of median barrier. In furtherance of the effort of the ministry to ensure that total lock bridge occasioned by unnecessary crisscrossing by motorists will face incoming traffic in their bid to admit other road users when there is a little issue on their lane, has continued to provide median barrier to separate the lane. These median barriers were constructed along Okota Road, Yanapada Green to Government College, Agege to ensure free flow of traffic. In addition, the median barrier at the end of Okwabi Road by Okwabi Link Bridge has been extended up to the U-turn. This has helped to frustrate the illegal turning across the curb, which usually cause serious accidents at the intersection. Reconstruction and modification of existing roundabouts and junctions. Based on traffic study of the Yanapaja Bridge and Alagda Orili Alige junction, it was observed that the existing triangular traffic island and the road channelization has become inadequate and was one of the causes of the traffic log jam at the intersection. In this regard, a junction modification was carried out to incorporate a rotary and a roundabout and proper channelization of all the three roads meeting at the intersection. This is with a view to increasing the carrying capacity of the road in order to accommodate the increase in traffic volume. And this undoubtedly has greatly improved the vehicular movement as well as enhanced the totality at the intersection. The whole Okoba Road, Abule-Egba Junction, is also to be modified along this direction. CPG, Crash Prevention Guidance. In order to prevent motorists from running into each other or adjacent properties during night and even in the day, road furniture usually referred to as crash prevention guidance (CPG) were installed at C or Y junction, sharp bends, and other blind spots. In the year 2004, 40 crash CPG were fabricated and installed at appropriate locations throughout the metropolis. Here again, in the spirit of PSP, private sector participation, the fabrication and installation of CPG is being considered to interested private concern who are allowed to advertise on them. In other words, this also, we are not going to budget for it again. We are going to direct our attention. We believe that as much as possible, where the private sector can take over, we should cease to be operating there and go to other areas that are germane and critical. Installation of traffic signal lights. To consolidate on our success in the area of providing traffic signal lights within the metropolis, this administration has continued to expand the scope and activities by rigorously pursuing the installation of new traffic signal lights while also rehabilitating old ones. As I used to tell you, prior to the year 2000, more than 50 years back, no single traffic light existed in Lagos State. But today, even myself as Commissioner for Transport, I must say I have lost count of how many that are on ground now. And that is to show you the aggressive nature of our position on the installation of traffic lights, which we believe is basic. It's not a luxury. In fact, where we are now is that we are equally even upgrading the one we did in the last 2 years. The controllers there then were basic. Like the Yoruba to the Alako, now we are moving beyond into high-tech level, putting in the necessary ones that we are be able to do so many functions at the same time. For example, in some areas now we have the synchronized traffic lights. And we have in other areas those that are capable of operating themselves. The third level we want to go, I hope that they release local government funds. If they release local government funds, we have enough money. Is to be able to put in sensors on our traffic lights so that it's capable of seeing where the traffic is built up and giving more time to this area. So we are working on that equally, but I must say you fund is our concern in that area. But we hope that once local government are receiving their money, we will be more released and we'll be able to go to that level now. Furthermore, in order to keep abreast of this technology, plans are on the way for the installation of programmable controller heads to replace 13 existing traffic lights with old controller heads at the cost of 10 million naira. The old ones shall be installed in areas with larger traffic movement. The traffic lights to be replaced with programmable controller heads are the one at Makantoni by Joel Ogunaike, Makantoni by Shobo Arobiodu, Maryland Junction, about Makoni by Abbey Road, Unilag Gate, about Ridwani to Koba Avenue, about Ridwani to Glover Road, about Ridwani to Glover Road to Mulna Road, all those in Ikoyi, Ozumba by Akadichola, Ozumba by Adiyamala India, Ozumba by Adimala, Ozumba by Kukwa Bayami, Ozumba by Samuel Manuel. In addition to all this, new traffic signal lights have been installed at the following intersections: Kudrat Abiola by Okpebili Road, Kudrat Abiola by Ikosi Road, Kudrat Abiola by Adibayo Akode Road, Penn Cinema Roundabout, Eritmo by Bade Thomas Rulere, Baba Anima Chow by Bade Thomas Rulere, Creek Road by Tokuya Apapa, Boma Road, Tokuok Road Apapa. A total sum of 36 million is being set aside for this purpose. Like I said, I don't know, that's why we have so many that have been done. I cannot remember, and that's why maybe we don't have them. But if you are interested in having all the junctions, I'm sure that we'll be able to polish you. Anyway, road marking and road signages. Road marking and road signages are traffic control devices installed beside, above, along the highways to direct, control, and regulate road users on the safe and efficient use of the highway. During the period under review, Mercy's Road Nigeria Limited completed the lane marking of 30 major roads within the metropolis earlier awarded to the company. And lane marking and signage units of the Transportation Ministry equally have carried out a lot of road marking as well as pedestrian crossings. Road marking and re-establishment of stop line were carried out on the underlisted roads: Secretariat Road, Parliamentary Road, Village Way, Oshodi, Osho Street, Mubaraji Bank Anthony, Adeola Odekun, Kingsway Road, Abbey Road, Allen Avenue. In fact, a lot of places now, because I'm aware that even Lamata has equally complemented that, in virtually all parts of the road, we see lane marking properly done.
Distinguished gentlemen of the press, at this juncture, it is my pleasure to present the specifics of the Ministry of Economic Finance and Budget achievements of the last 1 year. We start off with economic planning, the core department in the ministry. In recognition of the fact that development cannot be engendered and projects effective except the people are in charge of their development process, the ministry organized stakeholders consultative forums at the 3 state territorial districts to input citizens' needs and aspirations into the state economic empowerment and development strategy, LACEDS. The strategy focuses on the provision of efficient and adequate social services and infrastructure through the creation of an enabling environment for private sector-led growth, the stimulation and creation of gainful employment, in particular infrastructure development and support for small and medium-scale enterprises, and of course, the rebuilding of Lagos as a model city through urban upgrading and physical planning control. The emergent LACEDS document, acknowledged by development experts as one of the best and produced in a record time of 3 months, is anchored on the State 10-Point Agenda, TPA, and the Millennium Development Goals, MDG, with a mission to optimize the state's opportunities and status and to fuel growth and sustainable development. Need I state that the outcome of the LACI stakeholders dialogue was fed into the state year 2005 budget in line with our broad-based participatory and inclusive planning process. Furthermore, in recognition of Lagos' pivotal role as the economic nexus of Africa and its largest urban agglomeration, the Ministry, on behalf of the Lagos State Government, hosted the first NEPA Cities Consultative Forum in May 2004. The Cities Forum, held under the aegis of the UN Habitat, United Nations Habitat, and which drew over 300 participants, was the premier interactive forum of the NEPA cities, with the goal of achieving sustainable urbanization and development of African cities. Already, we have commenced fruitful bilateral exchanges for a city-to-city cooperation with Durban, South Africa, with a view to attracting investments and sharing best practices in cities management. To consolidate on this, the Ministry facilitated the participation of the state government at the second World Urban Forum in Barcelona in 2004, at which the State of Lagos Megacity and Other Nigerian Cities Reports 2004, published by the Ministry in collaboration with the UN Habitat and the State Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, was presented by His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Lagos State Governor. The public presentation of the Nigerian Cities Report, the first in the annals of Nigeria, represents a milestone at bringing the Lagos urban challenge to the center stage of global discourse on sustainable urbanization. I therefore commend the publication to all city managers and planners, and of course the press, in the realization that through it, the full potentials of Nigerian cities, named Lagos, may be actualized towards the Millennium Development Goals. I am therefore delighted to inform you that the Lagos Metropolitan Development Project, LMDP, a World Bank assisted comprehensive project directed at expanding trunk infrastructure, enhancing basic services delivery to the poor, and strengthening the capacity of the state and local governments to cope with future urbanization and governance challenges, has taken off. Equally, a public sector reform package, the State Governance Capacity Building Project, incorporating integrated records archives management to enhance access to information, civic engagement for participatory planning, institutional building dialogues, both locally and overseas, to secure global buy-in to the state economic potentials and urban challenges. Some dividends of these roundtables are the UNDP assisted 16 number scale acquisition centers, the DFID assisted community drainage program in Obalende, Lagos, the Guinness assisted community water project in Badia, and the medical equipment support from a US-based donor. Moreover, towards achieving maximum impact on state and local government service delivery, the Ministry is collaborating with the United Kingdom Department for International Development, DFID, for improvements in selected performance indicators in 2 targeted urban blighted areas, Badia and Obalende. The initiative, the State and Local Government Programs, SLGP, on which preparatory works and stakeholders' inputs have been concluded, is focusing on education, water, and sanitation, amongst others. It is envisaged that the impact of this initiative will be more visible within the next 1 year. Budgeting. Deriving from the administration's commitment to making governance results-oriented and budget revenue-driven, the Ministry has intensified its budget reform process. To this end, we have commenced the process of employing the medium-term expenditure framework, which correlates revenue with economic realities in budget management. Given this background and the prevailing realities dictated by the resolve of the state government to make the people focus of its activities, the 2004 budget was passed. The 2004 budget was subsequently revised from 73.9 billion to 77.4 billion in the last quarter of the fiscal year through a reordering of priorities and direct supplementation in response to unforeseen socioeconomic variables and the administration's desire to mitigate their adverse impact on its citizens. To consolidate on these achievements and further improve the environment for growth and wealth creation, the year 2005 budget of 99.5 billion, consisting of 61.584 billion recurrent expenditure and 37.916 billion capital expenditure was passed. It is heartwarming to report that the aim of making the state financially independent is being gradually realized, with the internally generated revenue peaking at 3.5 billion in February 2005 as against 2.4 billion for the same period in 2004, representing a 46% increase. Similarly, I should stress that the year 2005 capital provision represents 56% increase over the corresponding estimate in 2004, the details of which are presented hereunder. Economic sector, year 2004, year 2005, estimate 10.052 billion for 2004, 19.599 billion for 2005. The social sector, 4.516 billion for 2004, 6.757 billion for 2005, representing a 50% increase. Environment and regional planning, 3.236 billion in 2004, 4.694 billion in 2005, 45% increase. General administration, 3.473 billion in 2004 and 4.137 billion in 2005. Representing a 19% increase. Development assistance. The ministry, through the Technical Aid Department, serves as the link between the state and the multilateral institutions such as the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and the World Bank, etc. In this regard, the ministry in year 2004 packaged a state plan of action, SPA, based on bottom-up community-driven development, resulting in UNICEF intervention in 6 focal communities. For year 2005, I'm happy to report that the Lagos State government in March signed an MOU worth $1.6 million with the UNDP in 4 key areas of government, and human rights: response to fight HIV/AIDS, poverty reduction, and environment and energy for poverty reduction. The MOU, signed on behalf of the state by His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Governor of Lagos State, with the state government contributing to 30% of the sum, while the UNDP provides the balance of 70%, was a culmination of a 2-week UNDP stakeholders dialogue. Expected deliverables to Lagos State include 1. Development of an 80-ton compost plant. 2. Development of a 250cc septic tank treatment plant. 3. The establishment of air quality facilities in 3 industrial commercial estates and 2 residential schemes. 4. Development of early warning system for disaster management and risk reduction. 5. Establishment of a business support center for SMEs and cottage industries. And 6. The development of biomass technology demonstration project for SMEs energy conservation. By these interventions, it is envisaged that the current poverty level of 51% for men and 54% for women in metropolitan Lagos will be substantially reduced. Also, the informal sector, which commands between 50 and 75% of the state workforce, will be stimulated for competitive economy.
Adopted a concept for housing delivery based on the policy thrust of 70-2010. This implies providing 70% of the total housing stock for low-income earners, 20% for those within the middle income bracket, while the remaining 10% is targeted at high-income groups. Also critical to the success of the vision is the emphasis on the development of low-income units, and more importantly, an ownership structure that ensures that the low-income group are the real beneficiaries. Details. Abramadeswara Estate Aga. This is an abandoned Alliance low-cost housing scheme inherited by the Ministry of Housing in 1999. The scheme has to be designed into mixed development comprising of 2-bedroom bungalows, 2 and 3-bedroom mezzanine, and 8 and 1 3-bedroom flats. First phase of the estate, comprising 1,300 low-income housing units, was the first to be commissioned by His Excellency Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the year 2000. Work on the other phases of the project, as well as the infrastructure, which was hitherto suspended, has been approved for completion through private sector participation. It is expected that the project will be completed within 9 months of commencement. I hope we take 2 to go to. This is yet another inherited Alliance Housing low-cost scheme. It was also redesigned into 2-bedroom bungalows in order to meet the demands of the people. The estate has since been commissioned on the 28th of June 2001. Obade Ika Oyekan. This is the first high-income scheme embarked upon by the ministry. The estate, which was commissioned on Friday, 12 September 2003, and named Obade Ika Oyekan 2 Estate, comprises of 57 blocks of twin duplexes. I am happy to inform you that all the units have been sold and all the infrastructure are fully in place. A move of this scheme. This scheme comprises of 7 blocks of 8 and 1 3-bedroom flats, which has been completed with infrastructure fully in place. The units are almost
fully subscribed. This scheme is being proposed for commissioning on 14th June 2005 as part of activities to commemorate the second year in office of second term of Excellency Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ntda Scheme 1. This mixed development scheme consists of 5 blocks of 4-in-1 townhouses and 4 blocks of 8-in-1 3-bedroom flats. It has also been completed with complementary infrastructure in place, that is roads and drainages, water and electricity. The scheme is scheduled for commissioning in June as well as part of activities to commemorate the second year in office of the second coming of His Excellency Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Beshi scheme. The development of Beshi was in furtherance of government desire to control rural-urban trade, reduce congestion in the metropolis, establishment of satellite estates, and enhance rapid development of the rural areas. The housing scheme, which is made up of 75 blocks of 2-in-1 2-bedroom bungalows, is one of such estates. The scheme has since been completed and scheduled with the complementary infrastructure and has been slated for commissioning in commemoration of the second coming of Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Jokoro housing scheme. The Jokoro housing scheme was designed to accommodate about 640 units of low-income housing as against the 460 originally conceived. Although the project has suffered setbacks in the past, I'm pleased to inform you that the project is virtually ready. Lekki 2 in Lekki 1. That is Lekki Scheme 2 in Lekki 1. This is another high-income scheme. Consists of 38 numbers of detached houses, 13 blocks of twin duplexes, and 6 blocks of 4-in-1 terrace buildings, making a total of 8 units. The scheme is virtually completed and is being proposed for commissioning by His Excellency in the 3rd quarter of this year, 2005. Okoba and Ntda schemes. To further ensure that low-income groups benefit from the housing program, government decided to develop low-cost housing schemes within Okoba and Ntda areas of Ifakoijai and Orile-Agege local government areas respectively. However, in view of the limited land area and high demand of shelter within urban settings, it becomes imperative to go vertical in order to accommodate more people. Hence, the development of 11.5 blocks of 12-in-1 2-bedroom flats at Okoba and another 8 blocks of 12-in-1 2-bedroom flats at Ntda. Though these two projects commenced about 6 months ago, I'm happy to inform you that we have recorded a 5% completion. We hope to achieve full completion of these schemes latest by the last quarter of the year 2005. Ntda 1. This scheme comprising of 7.5 blocks of 8-in-1 3-bedroom mezzanine is at advanced stage of completion. As a result of financial constraints, government is considering refinancing the project, but mindful of the huge anticipatory increase in the cost of delivery, which will definitely impact on the selling price. However, I'm pleased to inform you that negotiation is about to be concluded with the financiers, and government is hopeful that it will be positive. The project has been slated for completion by the end of the year 2005. This scheme consists of 195 blocks of 2-in-1 2-bedroom bungalows. The development of Okele 2 is informed by government desire to control rural-urban trade, reduce congestion in the metropolis,
and facilitate rapid development in the hinterland. Government has further been encouraged to develop these types of units within the locality because of the demand and acceptability of the scheme. The project is being proposed for completion before the end of year 2005. The Ministry of Housing, since inception, will not have achieved so much, but for the support and assistance we have been receiving from Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the people of Lagos State. Below are the list of completed schemes. 1,300 units of 2-bedroom low-income housing units at Abramade Soya Estate, Ajah. 152 units of 2-bedroom low-income houses, Ayobori Stage 2, Ikorodu. 114 high-medium income units at Obade Inka 2, Estate, Lekki. 56 units of 8-in-1 3-bedroom flats at Abuwodo in medium housing scheme, 20 units of townhouses and 32 units of 8-in-1 3-bedroom flats at Ladada medium housing scheme 1, 150 units of 2-bedroom bungalows at Ntda low-income housing scheme, 640 units comprising of 1, 2, and 3-bedroom low-income flats at Ojokoro, 88 units consisting of 38 units of detached houses, 26 units of semi-detached houses, and 24 units of terrace houses at Lekki 2 scheme. The following housing schemes are also nearing completion. Okoba low-income housing scheme with 11.5 blocks of 12-in-1 2-bedroom flats is scheduled for completion by the end of July 2005. Alagba low-income housing scheme with 88 blocks of 12-in-1 2-bedroom flats is built for completion by the end of August 2005. A Lubeju medium housing scheme, 24 units of 4-bedroom mezzanine. New initiative. Apart from the provision of housing estates in response to the needs of the Russians, the ministry is also desirous of maintaining the common facilities so as to sustain and enhance the values of the estate. Hence, the introduction of estate facility manager for the maintenance of common facilities on our estate. The services rendered by the estate will be